I'm Colin, and in this video, we're going to talk about how to build a 24-inch spillway kit from Atlantic-Oase. Now the first thing you would typically do is your layout. You would go to the area in your backyard or side yard where you want this project to be, take a can of white marking paint and outline the outer dimensions of that project. For this kit, it's about a 6-foot wide by 4-foot deep area to accommodate all of our wall block. You mark it with your white marking paint, you excavate it about 4 or 5 inches, so you can accommodate at least 4 inches of compacted 3/4 mice for all these blocks to sit on. In this video, we're doing it on a concrete floor, so it's a little bit different. We won't have any gravel base involved. Now for our spillway kit, it comes with a 24-inch by 14-inch flexible liner, so we need to build our base course to accommodate that. We'll have about 64 inches of wall in the front. We're going to turn it back and go 24 inches to some columns in the corners and then have a 4-foot wall connecting between. So again, we have a 24-inch by 14-inch inside dimensioned rectangle to fit our flex basin. When we're setting our blocks, we need to make sure we set them level, front to back, side to side if you're on top of gravel, to ensure a nice flat and uniform block unit throughout the process. So now that our base course is set, we can start gluing and stacking our subsequent courses. We're primarily using our Chateau 400, which is a 16-inch block, along with our Chateau 300s for these columns, and all we have to do is offset the seams and create a running bond, just a half stagger they call it. We'll make sure that we apply some adhesive. We're using SureBond 20, which is a flexible adhesive. Now for this project, or this style project, you do not need a lot of glue, so we're just doing some dime-sized dollops and the corners of our blocks for our offset. We're going to do 2 more courses before going on to our next step. So before we complete our 3rd course, we do have to create a gap for the plumbing that comes out of our liner. What we're going to do is take a 6-inch cut piece that we made and put it right here on the end, then a Chateau 100, which is a 4-inch block, a non-cut piece, and put it right here. We just want to make sure that this 6-inch gap is 9 inches centered from the corner of our wall system here, so that again, our plumbing can be ran through our flexible liner and out the back of our wall. So we finished our first 2 courses. We made the cut opening for our plumbing. Now we're going to add 1 more course and then start fitting our flexible liner, making sure that the hole pre-cut in the flexible liner lines up with the hole we made for our plumbing. So now that we have our flexible liner in, we can go ahead and install our bulkhead fitting and our pump. And we're going to do this by following the instructions with the nice guidelines that they gave us with this Atlantic-Oase 24-inch spillway basin kit. Once we have that done, we can move on to the next step. So with our initial plumbing done, we're going to go ahead and start filling up our liner. The reason why we're doing that now is because it takes a while, and we want to fill it up to the bottom of this bulkhead fitting here before we stack our next course of block. That way we can work out any wrinkles or anything like that to make sure it's nice and tight before we stack up the rest of our courses of block. So now that we've taken the wrinkles out of our flexible liner, we go ahead and start gluing our additional courses. Now the unique thing about this specific course is actually the final course for our 3 front walls here around the basin, but then we're going to extend these back walls up to about 48 inches above ground. When we're gluing these courses here in the beginning especially, we need to be mindful of these holes in the liner so we have adhesive both underneath the liner and on top for extra strength. So we went ahead and stacked our wall and columns to about 48 inches and put in our spillway. So this is a nice size spillway, so it fits great with our blocks. We didn't have to cut anything to make it fit centered in the back of our wall. Now we're going to go ahead and finish our plumbing per the instructions given with this kit, and then we can finish stacking the wall after that. So we finished our plumbing and we went ahead and stacked up the wall to our desired height. We utilized this nice Atlantic-Oase 24-inch stainless steel spillway kit to add a nice accent of water noise and a feature to our Chateau Wall block. If you have any other hardscape projects coming up, make sure you check out the videos on our YouTube or the blogs on our website.